Hey, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel on episode 26 of Growing Not So Berry Together Roastian. And if you haven't watched the last episode, make sure you do because a lot of things happened. And the main spoiler is going to come in three, two, one. We are no longer living with Julian as part of the legacy rules. So basically, Ruby left Julian at the altar. She set him free to find his own way, to enjoy his own life, and to become the architect that not the architect, the archaeologist that he wants to become. So in return, he gave us this apartment that they were supposed to live in together, but he wanted to at least make sure that Opal has a good life. So he allowed them to have this beautiful, beautiful apartment that he had been preparing with his parents. And because this is such a big apartment, and Ruby is very busy with her work as a politician that she basically does 5 days a week, she asked her mom to temporarily stay with her until she basically gets her bearings and take care of Opal. So her mom is currently living with us in this household. We have our Generation 1 bag, and I basically gave her this Twilight Years aspiration, which is a custom content aspiration that help is for the elderly to like take care of their family, do some nice stuff, also some alone time. So I do want to explore like this aspiration with Pepper while we basically have her live in this household. In this episode, Opal is going to age up into a toddler. I already filmed this episode, but due to some audio issues, I had to re-record it. But Opal is going to age up today, actually. So I did prepare a little bit of a birthday party for her in San Sequoia, so we can have some other families join as well. And now in this morning, or basically already afternoon, we have Ruby talking with their neighbor who is like living over here on his own in this huge apartment, which should not be the right thing to do. Maybe you should let the family move in. But she is basically doing like her tasks for her work. So she was promoting policies to him. She was discussing neighborhood changes. And then she also asked him to vote for her so she can have one more vote. And no, you're not going to flirt with him. No, no flirting. We are going to say bye to Zach and go downstairs to meet some more people in Uptown. But she is trying to secure all of her votes so she can basically get her promotion as soon as possible. So I am going to try to find some people who are living here. I think he may be living here, but I need to see. No, you're not living here. You are not living here. I know you are not living here. It's basically we need somebody with the name Fen or some other name, and I don't see anybody right now who's basically living in like one of these apartments. I may need to move some families in to make it easier for us to do these type of things, but for now I don't think anybody really lives here. I am going to take a look and then we will work on her job before we oh, that's Julian. Okay, I think Julian came to see if they were all settled in, but I'm not sure if he really wanted to talk to them. Maybe he's not ready for it until the birthday party. Yeah, she's homeless, so not counting as a neighbor, unfortunately. But at least he did come to check up on them. But I may move some families in to make it easier for her to do her job. Also to potentially like build up some friends for Opal. I do want her to get to know her cousins. And I do want her to like have some people that she can potentially become friends with. She won't get any friends before Pepper dies, as that's one of the legacy rules for Yellow Gen, is that you don't have any close friends or any close relationships with anybody aside from your grandparent from the first gen until they die. So I'm not ready, to be honest, for Pepper to die, but we cannot build up any friendships until then. So we may just lay the ground for it. So we may make sure that we have like some people already that she can start becoming friends with, that she knows but she won't really act on that friendship or really start building up a friendship with them until Pepper dies is my ID. I'm really not seeing anybody. Maybe this person. I don't think this person either. Um, no. It needs to be like the Spire or some other like thing. Think I already checked you. Yeah, you're homeless. I know you're not living there. Don't think I checked either one of you. But I don't think Misty actually lives here, but we do know her, so we may be able to get a vote from her. Yeah, she's a homeless, and unfortunately, homeless Sims don't count. You are homeless as well, you're paparazzi, and typically vendors are homeless, so I don't think you are. Oh, you're actually living in a house, but not the one that we need. So we are going to quickly talk to Misty to see if we can get her vote. We're not going to make any empty promises. She is one type of politician that actually does try to get done what she promises, especially on the eco lifestyle part because of her what her brother is doing and also because of what Makoa is standing for. She wants to try to actually be as nice as possible to to the environment. So she's going to build that up as much as she can. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, she will try to find some other ways. And I didn't really discuss it yet, but Ruby does have a makeover. She cut her hair shorter, which has been a little while since she actually had shorter hair. Oh, wow. Please don't do that, Misty, to us. But, oh, Feng. We need to talk to a Feng. But she's trying a different look now that she and Julian have broken up. And I know this is kind of like a typical romance story, but she has been in the political career for a little bit now. It's almost been like if it's been a few months, I would say, or a few weeks, and she wants to be like more open. She wants to be like more in touch with what she's promoting. She also wants to look the part a little bit more in terms of her outfit. So that's why she has changed up her hair, changed up her looks, just to make sure that she looks the part of a politician a little bit more the than she used to do before. She was already slowly changing her looks, but now she has fully changed all of them. And we lost the Fang. No. I'm going to retry to find the Fang. That's the Matthews. Where did the Fang go? That's Umber Grove. Rochelle Croft. Rochelle, to who we can actually ask her to um get with the promotion. Oh no, she's leaving. Pearson, Rocca. Wait, Rocca, do you live in this neighborhood? No. Oh, I lost the Fang. But she wants to look the part a little bit more, so she has tried to have a different outfit and a different look just to, as I said, look more like a politician. We've arrived at the birthday location and we are going to age up little Opal. But first, I want to give both Makoa and Julian an apartment key just because they like Makoa, he needs to have the opportunity to visit Pepper as much as possible, and I feel like Julian should have the same for little Opal, who is a little bit angry from being tired. So I'm gonna bump up her energy just a bit. Normally, I don't like to do this, but I want to make sure that she can actually do some interactions and not get like sleepy for most of the time. So I want her to have a little bit of a birthday party. So why don't you smile at Makoa, babble at him, just to like do a few interactions. And in the meantime, Pepper is going to put the birthday candles on the birthday cake. We are also going to put on some kids music, I think, turn on. Are we gonna do kids music? It's a kids party. So I would say we're gonna do the kids radio, and ooh, self-sufficiency is hopefully not in our area because we're not gonna be self-sufficient. We are not gonna take care of like our own repairing. We are going to ask a repairman for that. And she wants to pick up. So if you're going to pick up Opal anyways, why don't you blow out the candles with her? We have everybody now coming in, and these are the two that I actually want little Opal to meet, which are Hannah and Josephine. They are both cousins. They are the daughters of Nani and Kaylani, and then Olive and Dwayne. And I just want to make sure that we actually like have this opportunity to like meet them. And oh, Nani and Kaylani are doing a little bit of a slow dance. That's so sweet. Oh, I love this. And Crazy is calling us. Why are you calling us? Oh yeah, you should get to know Cassidy. That's okay. What are you gonna do? You're gonna practice standing her. Um, you can, but I think it's better to have her age up than to practice standing. But I did see Pepper talking with Julian, who's now talking with his mom, and I think they're arguing a little bit about like everything that happened during the wedding and everything. But since we apparently don't know each other, we're gonna do a cheerful introduction. And of course, we have paparazzi here with like all the famous people. Oh, Dwayne is celebrating Opal's birthday. So we are going to blow out the candles. And we have mother and daughter looking at her. So Ruby, she may not be the perfect mother. She may not have that motherly instinct, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't care about Opal and that she doesn't take care of Opal. Because you can see, like, she is she is there for Opal. Like, she is there to help Opal blow out her candles, and she is trying to be at least a decent mother. So let's age up Opal. I feel like with her generation, like even though she was a wiki toddler, so something like silly would work or maybe wild. I feel like she will be an inquisitive toddler. Like I want to kind of start showcasing the personality that she will have in her generation. So that's why we're gonna do the and there's a I don't know if you lovely hear that, but there's a motorcycle that passing by that's kind of loud. That's a little bit distracting. But what I was going to say, like she's a happy infant, and I think she, with her personality, with the yellow gen rules, I think inquisitive would work really, really well. She doesn't have the right color for her, and we're not gonna make a mess. She doesn't have the right color for her. Oh, she's having so many gifts from her family. What I was going to say, she doesn't have the right color combination for her generation, and I am going to give her some outfits that I think both Ruby and Pepper would give her, depending on who is dressing her and what type of celebration it is or type of event. So I'm going to take her into Cass, quickly give her her makeover after I can actually take her into Create a Sim, and I'll show you what our little one is going to look like. So this is little Opal. I gave her her ice bag, then I gave her a little bit of blush and this blonde hair. This is her first everyday outfit, which I feel is an outfit that Ruby would give her. Then we have this outfit, which is something that I would feel like is something more that Pepper would give her. She does have her ears pierced. She has like these little butterflies, which I also feel like Ruby would do. Then this is an outfit that's a little bit like the outfit she had as a toddler. And we're gonna say that Ruby and Pepper both wanted this shirt, and Ruby basically decided to have a matching skirt and the same shoes as her first outfit. And for formal, I feel like this is definitely again Ruby with the dress, with the a little bit more out there and the fancy shoes. Sleepwear, I feel like Pepper would be the one to put her to sleep, so she gives her these little bunny slippers, and then this like more airy, not fancy but more like easy to move around in little jumpsuit. Then for party, I think both outfits would have been done by Ruby. So this is the first. It's still like a really formal and really stylish. Then the second is really adorable, and I love like the little bow and ponytail combination. I feel like she looks so cute and so adorable. Then we have swimwear with like the little, I don't know what it's called in English, but it's the little things that help her float. And then she has like a donut floaty as well in the other outfit. So she is always safe, even though we probably won't see her in a swimming pool with the weather in the city right now. Then hot weather wear, I don't think we're gonna see this either, or we may need to go to holiday on holiday to Solani or Tamarang, which I am thinking about doing a little bit of a holiday to Tamarang and start exploring that culture as we are taking off a lot of Ruby's rules. So this is the first outfit that Ruby gave her, and this is the second outfit that Pepper gave her, which are both very cute and very adorable. Then her cold weather wear is something that we will see a little bit. So this is the first outfit with some ear warmers, although they look more like headbands. And then the second outfit, this is also done by Ruby, is with a little giraffe backpack because Ruby will be, not Ruby, Opal will be going to be. Wait, I forgot the wording. She will be going to preschool and start learning there. I was also contemplating giving her this little one, but it wasn't really matching with the color. So I basically stuck with the giraffe one, but it looks really adorable. I was also looking if I have a little bit of some other backpacks. I have this kitty one, which actually is also really adorable. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with the kitty one actually. Yeah, let's do the kitty one. But yeah, these are all of Opal's outfits. She looks so adorable. I think for her party, she is going to wear this one because look at that little cutie. Like, isn't she the cutest? Let's get into the game and enjoy the birthday party and see this cutie in real life. And she is so sad, but also look how adorable she looks, trying to sit down with like her cute little bow and everything. Oh, the sad little baby. But she is also so cute and so adorable. Her aunt is actually coming over to greet her and to like get to know her, which is really sweet. So she's going to talk to the stranger. And are you going to eat? Oh, she has a little ducky. Oh, but are you going to eat your little cake or are you just going to talk to your aunt? She feels a little bit sad from Stranger Danger and she is going to pop to the Oh my, this is adorable. Okay, look at her. She's bobbing to the music, looking up at her aunt, and she is this doing this little like dance. This is so cute. Okay, I'm already like so ready for her for Yellow Gen and like to start playing with her as a teenager and young adult because I cannot wait for her generation. I really like her generation a lot. I love going to Sixam. I love like aliens and those kind of things. So I'm really excited for her generation. Can you please take the piece of cake and actually eat? But I'm also sad to have another generation end because we've had a lot of different generations so far with Ruby and Pepper being complete different Sims. I really liked Ruby's generation where we could like do so many different things and we're like so being out there, like trying different things, flirting with a lot of Sims, and I felt like it was different from my normal gameplay, which is very nice. But I'm also really excited to get back in the more science gameplay, exploring some different things. I know that we only have to do the grotto in Oasis Springs, but I may want to explore some other areas as well and just have Opal, if we have the time, try to unlock like all the secret areas. Yeah, you can like kids music. But I think that would be like some nice thing to do is to start unlocking a lot more areas than we would do in the rules. So we can also see those areas and have like this explorer storyline with Opal. And I have had Ruby talk to all of her family members and friends to secure the votes, and we actually reached the 20 votes that we need. So hopeful, I don't think we are going to get a promotion, but if I send her into work tomorrow, I feel like she would be able to get a promotion. And little Opal is jumping into the ball pit. She is feeling so tired, but she also is ready for some fun. And what more fun could you have than in the little ball pit that doesn't have the best look? But if you look at the pictures and if you take like some pictures, look at this little toddler. Like, even if the look of the ball pit isn't amazing, can you see like that smile and that cuteness that definitely says, I am loving the ball pit? I think she's also going to crawl through here. We're just going to have her play around and do a little bit of like fun times. She now knows a lot of her family members. So if we check, like in terms of family, it's all of these. She doesn't see Nani and Dwayne as her family, unfortunately, which is a bit sad. She doesn't have any clubs or livestock or those kind of things. No clubs, household members, but the people she knows, it's the family she's been the closest to and the family that she's seen the most. But she does know Hannah, so we can invite her over for a toddler play party. She doesn't know Josephine, so I may have her quickly talk to Josephine. So she also knows her if I can. Oh, there we go. If I can find Josephine, I was about to say, but there she is. So we are going to talk to Stranger as well, just so she knows like her cousins and can start a little bit of a friend group once she's a little bit older and once we have to say goodbye to Pepper. And I don't know what happened, but she has bromance again with Julian. So I haven't seen these two interact. I haven't had these two interact except for give an apartment key. And they can do an intense kiss like she wants to do an intense kiss. Um, they have some romance together, which I don't know why. We're not gonna expand the family, although I would love to give Opal a sibling. I Ruby's not gonna have any kids, so if Julian finds somebody else who has a kid with, then Opal would have a sibling. But otherwise, Opal is going to stay an only child. She is going to talk a little bit with him because I did not think she would have some romance with him, but apparently she does. I kind of want her to gossip with him and get to know like some of his secrets. She does have like the nosy trait. So I feel like she would love to gossip or eavesdrop or something like that, but she's just going to gossip with him. In this little one, she is getting tired. Ruby's needs are okay, but she also could use like some taking care of, and Pepper is also not in a great mood. So we are going to put cake back into our inventory. We're gonna say goodbye to our family and end the party here, which was a very nice party. So we did earn some gold and a new dresser that we can sell for some money that we do need, and we are going to send everybody home. And tomorrow, I'm going to give Opal one day to just like have fun and take care of her needs, but she will be enrolled into preschool tomorrow so that she will go into preschool the next day. So she will go into preschool the next day. It is the next morning, and right before Ruby goes into work to get her promotion, she has reached the max level in a logic skill and has now become the most interesting sim in the world with more than 12 traits, which my sims typically have more than 12, but it's some of them are not registered because they are reward not reward traits, but they're more like part of some mods that are not fully registered as actual traits. So she now has like 12 traits. She has so many traits, so many things that she can actually like do and achieve, which is amazing to see. Amazing to see, to be honest. And I'm so in awe that I cannot talk. Um, Opal is still asleep. Ruby is gonna go into work to get her promotion into level 10, which we are definitely aiming for. And oh, she's immediately thinking about Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Zach, but we're not
Turn
gonna
off
talk to
the
you because
oh.
we have mm, no interest. I think we may spend some little time with Ruby at not with Ruby with Opal at the park, or maybe visit the
Yes.
Sun Sequoia household of the and not so berries while we are bringing some cookies and some little baked goods over there. So that's something that we can do. But Ruby, she is already working hard. I feel like we may need to see if we can start working towards that workaholic aspiration, not aspiration. I keep like thinking some things are lifestyle because does she have it in progress actually? So if I'm going to check, yeah, she does have workaholic in progress. So I feel like she is somebody that would get like this lifestyle. It's also in the description of her generation that workaholic really suits her. So that would be like something nice to have. Oh, you are baking your oatmeal cookies. You are going to go to the toilet after,
Right.
and then once Opal is ready to go out by being awake, being in a good mood, we may visit your aunt, uncle, and granddad. I love how Miguel is looking at Opal like, oh, you grew up. Okay, you're a little bit older now. And she's just wandering around
You
trying
can see that.
to meet her Aunt Haley
Two
and
kids.
her Uncle
Kids.
Miguel. She did get to cook. She actually got the good appetite, which is that she is always ready for food. And the other one is heavy sleeper, so she won't wake up from surrounding noises, is less likely to wake up from nightmares, and has an easier time getting a good night's rest. And oh, she is feeling very angry because apparently she has been called an alien, which we know she is not. We know that her mom is an alien, so she does have some alien DNA, but she definitely is not an alien. So why don't we have hug both of them lovingly and then meet our Aunt Emma? Let's see, affection, hug lovingly, and then we go over and meet Auntie Emma, who is sad about the broken dollhouse that mommy is going to fix. So meet Emma, and let's see if we can also do a little bit of potty training. Do we still have a potty over here, actually? I'm not sure if we still have a potty now that Emma. Oh, we still have a lot of kids or toddler stuff because apparently we didn't get rid of Emma's toddler room. I may need to go in and change this actually because we have Rory's room that Emma can use or like any other room, but we still also have like a lot of the kid stuff in here that I feel we might need to change out a little bit. Why don't you pepper potty train Opal as she does need to use the toilet? And I guess we can then bring her inside and have her like play with all the stuff. And I forgot to bring all the treats. So I do apologize for this. We created like so many food stuff and I completely forgot to like create any of it or bring any of it. So luckily she's inspired. Luckily I have the always welcome tray. So she can make some. I don't like peanut butter. I know a lot of people like peanut butter cookies. So why don't we make some peanut butter cookies? And I have missed this house so much. I love this house. I love the look of it. I love this little garden area. I have missed this house so much. And I'm really happy to be back here and I'm really happy to like see everyone and see this beautiful gorgeous house because this I feel like this was so nice as a family build and there were a lot of things that were incorporated. Do we have a plant? We have a snapdragon flower growing over there, actually. Okay. But this, as I was saying, like this house, like it was the first time that I created like this kind of contraption. And I was spending like a lot of time into building this house and getting Ruby to level 10 of the politician career. So that means that if we bring her over, because this girlie is officially in she officially maxed out the politician career. She's on the road to fame. She is a national leader. She has received so much money, and we don't have any promotion. So that means we have ticked off basically one of the final steps of her generation. So to quickly recap, her description is you had everything you desired as a child, which, as I was saying with this beautiful home, definitely was the case. You But you were always longing for more. Yes, she did. She always loved getting like stuff from her part-time job as a sim influencer. She always wanted to do better, get more fame, have more friends. Like she was always working towards something. As an adult, you have a hard time committing to relationships as you're so focused on your career. She just wanted to try out and she didn't want to be stuck in a relationship. Like she just loved like the flowiness of not having a relationship. And she was always working very hard in her university life to actually like have that A grade and to keep up with like the history degree with honors, which if you look at like her personality overview, like she has a lot of things that she reached, but she did like have the history degree, distinguished degree in history with honors. Then if we had a workaholic trait in The Sims 4, you would have it. There is a workaholic lifestyle. She doesn't have it yet, but I do want her to actually work towards it. And then you have absolutely no parental instincts. That is true because she is a slow learning parent and whatsoever, but you still love your child with all your heart. Your traits are hot headed, snob, and romantic. She has definitely does have those traits as part of like her personality. She also is a perfectionist, overachiever, and nosy. Then your aspiration is supposed to be the serial romantic, which you do need to complete. She has done that. She's now a friend of the world that I want to try to complete. And then her career has to be politician, which we now completed. Then the rules are have only one child, redo in the form of Opal, master the charisma skill, which we have done. And not only did we master the charisma skill, we mastered cooking, entrepreneur, logic, and research and debate. And research and debate and logic were the two that I also wanted to finish, like kind of as optional rules for myself. Then leave somebody at the altar. We did leave Jillian at the altar, and get married for the first time as an elder is the only one that we haven't done yet. But basically, while Ruby is close to being an adult, we have ticked off all of the things of her adult life. So I or of her aspiration, not aspiration, of her generation. So that's why I think I should lower the number of days in like in the lifespans that I have added. I added additional days to focus more on the family gameplay. But I feel with this, like we are taking off so many of the generational rules, we can focus a little bit more on like the nice stuff. So for example, we can focus a little bit more about on like the family gameplay. Maybe we should go on holiday to Tamarang and explore it a little bit, the whole situation over there and what Tamarang has to offer, as I haven't been to the New World yet. But I feel like if we tick off the the goals so easily within like the young adult life stage, maybe we should lower the number of days in young adults, and then I feel like toddler we should also lower to 10 instead of 14. So I do want to lower the number of days. I also feel with my Whimsy stories that I am getting a lot quicker to the goals. Like we have ticked off a lot in my Whimsy stories, and Isabel isn't an adult yet. Like we've been basically 11 episodes in, and we have ticked off most of the story part. How did you get upstairs? Are you able to climb stairs? You learned to walk, but you're not able to climb the stairs, yet you came upstairs. Okay, this girlie is fast. She is fast. Can you ask your Pepper for some potty help? But there's a lot of things that we've been ticking off with both Let's Plays now, and I feel like it's partially because I have too many days, so I want to lower it again. Not to the standard, as I do want to also spend some time in the family build-up, but I think it's okay for us to lower the number of days. So that's what I am going to do. But for now, basically, we can say that we have finished our red or our rose gen line. We have done most of the things. The only thing we need to do is get married for the first time as an elder, which is something that we still have a little bit to go. So I feel it's going to be like fine for us to say that we have almost completed the rose gen, and we can slowly start moving onto the yellow gen. So I hope you lovelies liked what we've done so far. I hope you lovelies liked this episode. If you do, click the little like button down below. Let me know what you want to see in the next episode. We do have New Year's Eve, so now we can focus a little bit more on the family gameplay. And I may do a little bit of a time jump potentially to Ruby or to Opal as a child. I do want to play with this family, like with everything, but I also feel like if we have been thinking of so much, I may show only parts of Opal's life, either through like one episode showcasing like her childhood life, what it's like, her teenage life is basically where we would start. Because we've been seeing a lot of the childhood, but I'm also want to have your lovely's opinion. Like, should we do a little bit of a time jump in this series, or should we stick with the gameplay as I've been having it so far, where we basically follow the whole life from birth to death? So that's something that I want you lovely's opinion on because as part of like Yellow Gen, it's supposed to be that she she never has any close friends or relationships other than a grandparent from generation 1 until the grandparent dies. And with a time jump, I cannot really showcase this, although I will stick to that rule as much as possible. But if you want me to do a time jump and to start more working towards the challenge of Yellow Gen, I can do that. I can also continue with the path we have been on so far and basically like showing her life throughout like every single week, maybe having like more focus points in the family gameplay. So when they were going on holiday the other day, we maybe focus one day on Julian. So that's something that I can also do is incorporate certain days of certain sims, maybe doing like a little bit of a machinima episode with Rory's life because we haven't seen any of him. So we can also do a little bit more focus episodes on the rest of the family. And that's something that I want your lovely's opinion on. So let me know in the comments down below. I will also do a poll both on the community tab and on Twitter because those will really help me to see your lovely's input. But if you have like any ideas on how we can continue the series and how we can still keep going with the challenge without having to give up that family gameplay, let me know your ideas in the comments down below. And if you're not subscribed yet and don't want to miss out on either a chaotic or wholesome video, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and I'll see you lovelies in the next one.
I found you in